You are being hypnotized, deeply hypnotized. No, you're not. I'm just going to talk to you about what is hypnosis with a pendulum and how you can do it, how to achieve great results by using a pendulum for hypnosis. Hi, my name is Jim Popa, and on this channel we present videos about hypnosis, personal development, psychology, psychotherapy, NLP, and all kind of other techniques, methods, and tools of treatment and self-development that you can use to have a better life for yourself and for the ones which are close to you, or your patients, your clients, your family and friends. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to use hypnosis with a pendulum. And of course, you need a pendulum for this, right? Now, first of all, let's understand what a pendulum is. A pendulum is basically a piece of something, whatever, a piece of an object which is a bit heavy attached to a string. Now you can have a string like this, which is kind of like a double string, or you can have another pendulum with just one simple string. It doesn't really matter which one you're using. It doesn't really matter if it's crystal, or if it's metal, or if it's silver, or if it's just anything. It doesn't matter. It can be a stone, it can be a rock, it can be anything that is heavy enough to balance attached to a string. Now, the point of doing hypnosis with a pendulum is not the pendulum in itself, but to achieve the state of hypnosis. And if you watch my previous video where I talk about the 5 points that you need to achieve hypnosis, in one of them was talking about concentration. So basically, when we do hypnosis with a pendulum, what we actually require, what is required of the person who is getting hypnotized, it is required to actually focus his or her attention on the pendulum. This focusing of the attention is actually the key point. It's the key element when you do hypnosis with the pendulum, because it's not about a pendulum, like I said, it's about the concentration that one has. And that level of concentration will help that person go into a state of trance along with the words that you're using when he or she is focusing on the pendulum. So basically, if I were to work with somebody, I would move this pendulum in front of their eyes, and I would say, look at the pendulum, look at the tip of the pendulum. I would bring in description of the pendulum. I would give them ideas. I would give them food for thought. I would load this object, the pendulum, with different meanings. Like, for instance, I said, imagine that this pendulum contains a whole universe inside. Or focus on the tip of this pendulum as if nothing else exists in this world. Or, words like that. Because that are basically words which we are using to focus the attention. And when we say focus, one way of saying focus is actually excluding all other ideas or thoughts or distractions away from the mind of the person. And that's what we need. That's what we have to have in order to achieve hypnosis. So using the pendulum is basically a way to focus and concentrate somebody's mind. And then the movement, it's very, very soothing when you do this, just going back and forth as you're watching this moving of the pendulum. It's kind of like, it almost gives you that feeling as you're rocking the baby, or when you're a baby and the parents are rocking you, and gives you that soothing feeling, that feeling of peace, of calm. And all that basically activates the primal brain and brings up all those memories of you feeling calm, safe and secure, protected, all the while you're watching the pendulum moving. So I want you to see a little bit of a demonstration I was doing recently with somebody using the pendulum, a demonstration using hypnosis with the pendulum, so you see exactly the steps. And you can watch this video right now. So now we have Alina here, and I'll show you how to use the pendulum. So what we need to do is very simply to have the pendulum in front of her eyes at eye level, but a little bit higher. So not here, and not too high, and again, not too far, right? It has to be about 1 foot, maybe like 30, 40 centimeters away from her eyes, and slightly above the eye line. So if her eyes are here, Then I have a line here, so the pendulum is just a little bit above her eye line. Why? Because when we put this pendulum at this level, a bit higher than the eye line, it creates a little bit of a strain. It creates a little bit of effort for her to keep her eyes up there, and that effort is going to be very important for her eyes to become tired, and therefore, as you'll see when we do the induction and we use this pendulum, you'll see that actually that is an important element of the whole induction of how to do hypnosis with a pendulum. So now we're going to do this little induction here with using a pendulum, right? So I'm going to place the pendulum here, and I can even ask her, is this too far? Is it too close? Where will be a good position? Is this okay?
Yes.
Yeah, this is okay. Okay, good. So now I can hold this pendulum for her, right? I can hold the pendulum for her, or I can ask her to hold the pendulum. For now, I will hold the pendulum. So what I want you to do, I want you to look at the tip of the pendulum right here, right at the very tip of the pendulum. You can also see the shades and the reflections of the light and the image on the surface of the pendulum. But what I want you to do, I just want you to look at that tip of the pendulum and just follow with your eyes. And as you can see, as you follow the movement of the pendulum with your eyes, it's kind of like you swinging back and forth, kind of like a leaf would fall from a tree or a snowflake will fall in the winter. And just as a leaf falls from the tree, just imagine the same way your eyes are swinging and you're slowly floating down and descending into a beautiful state of calm. And as you can watch this pendulum swinging back and forth, just allow your eyes, if you feel them tired, just allow them to close, because the more you watch, it's kind of like more tired they become, until at some point you just realize that there's no point in you for you to keep them open, and you just allow them to close. And just observe that sensation of tiredness in your eyes, and as it comes, just allow that to go even more profound, and just allow your eyes to close now. As you watch this, just allow your eyes, there you go, and just feel that tiredness in your eyes. And as you keep swinging, just imagine as you're swinging down into a beautiful state of trance, and just keep on going, there you go. Just allow your eyes to close now, just allow your eyes to close, there you go. And as your eyes are closed now, just continue that movement in your mind, not with your eyes, but with your mind's eyes. And just continue to swing in your mind's eyes, and just continue that movement back and forth as if you're continuing to descend in the beautiful state of calmness, of trance, and of hypnosis. Just as a snowflake falls down from the skies, just as a leaf falls from a tree, the same way, beautifully, calmly, relaxing, you fall gently into a beautiful and deep state of trance, into a deep state of hypnosis. And just enjoy this, because it's so relaxing to just allow yourself to be carried by the air, to be carried by the wind, and to be carried by the words I'm saying to you and the voice I have, to allow yourself to be carried into a beautiful and deep state of hypnosis, into a deep state of trance, and just feel that joy. There you go. That's right. Very good. Just allow all the tension to float out of your body, just as you are floating down in that beautiful swinging. All of the stress and tensions from your mind and body are floating out of you. Wonderful. And just enjoy this experience and feel so good about it. And you can enjoy the results of this experience even after the session is finished. Even after this session is over, you'll continue to enjoy this state, and it will stay with you for the rest of the day. And when you go to sleep, you'll have a wonderful, beautiful sleep during the night, and you'll wake up very fresh, refreshed, energized in the morning, tomorrow morning. And I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. When I reach number 3, just allow your eyes to become open, and when you open your eyes, you're right here back with us, feeling refreshed, revigorated, energized. 1, coming back, kind of like floating upwards now, coming back to the physical body. 2, coming back more and more, back into the present moment, back into your body and back into your mind, back into this moment, into this sofa and this time. And with the next number I'm saying, you open up your eyes and you're back here with us. 3, and just open up your eyes. Very good. How are you feeling?
Very nice.
It's good? How was the swinging going for you? Is good?
It was very good.
All right, good. So,
It was very calm.
very calm, yeah? wonderful. And it's just like, you just keep on going until like, ah, it just feels so good.
Something like this.
All right, very good. So this is an induction done by using the pendulum, and like you saw, I can do that for her. I can do this for you. Just keep, just swinging the pendulum. But you can also do this by yourself. Would you like to try that?
Yes. I will.
All right. So it's kind of like a self-hypnosis using a pendulum. All right. So what you do, I'll show you again. It's very important. What you do is you keep the pendulum in front of your eyes. You look at the very tip again. The pendulum has to be a bit higher up, right? So if you keep it here, this pendulum is not here, but it's actually a bit higher above your eye line, all right? You look at the tip of the pendulum, and as you do so, you just allow some string here. So as you look at the tip of the pendulum, then you just allow this movement to come. It can either be this way, or it can be back and forth. But for this purpose, the best way to do it is sideways, not frontal, right? So you do this, and as you watch with your eyes, you look at the pendulum, and as you watch it with your eyes, you kind of like stay, as much as possible, you stay fixated at the very tip. And as you watch with your eyes, you'll realize that your eyes are getting sloppy, and they're getting tired. And in the back of your mind, you kind of like repeat to yourself, I'm going into a deep state of trance. You just repeat those words. I'm relaxing, I'm at peace, I'm at calm, I'm going into a deep state of hypnosis. And then you just do that for a few, it doesn't take forever. It's just like, a few seconds. And you just do that. You say that to yourself in your own mind. I'm going.
Help me with your voice, or?
No, you just do it by yourself. This is like a self-hypnosis, right? So you raise your hand up here, right? A bit higher up than eye level.
It's okay.
Very good. Good. And you look at the tip of the pendulum, and in your mind you repeat to yourself, I'm going into a deep hypnosis, into a deep state of calm, of relaxation, of peace. And as you are watching the pendulum swinging, it's just as your eyes are getting more sloppy and tired, and just when you feel it's right, just allow your eyes to close, knowing that you're going into a deep state of trance. There you go. When you know you're there, you can let your hand fall down. And as you let your hand go down, you go even deeper in that beautiful state of calm, of trance, feeling absolutely fantastic. Very good. Excellent. And just continue to enjoy this. That's right. Very good. Sighing out all of the joy, all of the tension, all of the stress from your body, from your mind. And when you feel you're ready, when you want to end this, you just count yourself up from 1 up to 3. With each number, you're coming back to the present time, present moment. When you reach number 3, you're fully back to the here and now. All right. How is that feeling?
Nice.
So, was it better for you to do it yourself, or to have it swinging in front than when I was doing it?
It's much better when you're doing this.
Okay, all right, good. But now you know the process, so you can do this by yourself. Because many people are asking, how do I do self-hypnosis? Well, this is one of the ways you can do self-hypnosis, right?
I usually work better.
Yeah, with somebody else working with you.
Else.
Yeah. All right, good. So now, as Alina's saying, some people are having better results if somebody works with them, whether doing with a pendulum induction or something else. It doesn't matter. Some people have better results when somebody else works with them versus when they do this session by themselves. But you can use pendulum for self-hypnosis. If you want to learn more about self-hypnosis, you can click on the button up here in the corner. There's a little button, there's a bullet coming up, and if you click on that, you can go and watch a video about self-hypnosis and learn more about self-hypnosis. But right now, this is how you do hypnosis with a pendulum, right? You basically just have to have an object. It doesn't matter what object. Again, it can be like, for instance, ladies have rings, or even men have rings. You can just have a little ring, a piece of thread, a string, a necklace. If you have a necklace, for instance, with a pendant, then you can take that pendant and it becomes a pendulum. So it doesn't matter what object you're using, as long as you are using this object to fixate your attention on it. So as you can see, it's very, very important to use the right words with the right movement, with the right position in order to achieve the results you want. The pendulum doesn't have to be too close. If it's too close, it's too difficult. If it's right here, it's too difficult to look at the pendulum, so therefore the effect will be abolished. If it's too far away, again, it's too far, so I'm not able to concentrate too much. If it's too low, I cannot do this. If it's too high, again, it's too difficult. So it has to be just at the right distance and elevation to achieve the best results. Now, when you do, when you use a pendulum to do the swinging, when you do this, it is important for the person to follow the movement, and it is important for you to say words like, your eyes are getting tired as you're watching this. Keep your mind concentrated at all times on the tip of the pendulum. Follow the moving of the pendulum, and the more you follow, the more tired your eyes are becoming, and the more you open up to suggestion, because this is the key point here. Basically, when their conscious mind is focused on the pendulum, on the object, their subconscious mind is remaining open. It's kind of like, you think of the conscious mind like the guardian. Now, if I tell the guardian, look over there, and he or she looks over there, then I can just sneak behind him and go and enter the kingdom, so to speak. So it's the same thing here. We are basically telling the conscious mind to keep watching, to keep looking, to keep staying focused and concentrated on the pendulum, while we are talking to the unconscious mind and opening that unconscious or subconscious mind up with the words we're saying, such as, the more you're looking at the pendulum, the more your eyes get tired. The more they get tired, the more relaxed you become. The more relaxed you become, the more open you are. The more open you are, the more easy it is for you to accept the suggestions I'm offering for you to achieve the results that you want. Stuff like that. And that will help open up. Now, as the client starts to get very tired in their eyes, then just as you look at them, and then as you see those signs, you say, oh, that's right, you're doing fantastic. Allow your eyes to close and go into a deep state of trance, deep state of hypnosis, because basically when this happens, it's because at one point it's because their eyes are getting tired, but also unconsciously they followed your suggestions, which were, your eyes are getting tired as you focus on the object moving. So now as their eyes are closed, you associate their closing of the eyes with the suggestions you're giving them. So you see them doing this, oh, my eyes are getting tired, heavy, and then closing the eyes. When that happens, you keep talking to them and tell them, that's right, and go into a deep state of trance, being completely open to the suggestions you are receiving to help you achieve your result. And then you keep on going from there. And basically you move on to a next stage, which is called deepening the trance, which is the subject of another video. If that video is done, you'll see a bullet point coming up here. You click on it and then go and see the videos about deepening the hypnotic trance. Now, as you're doing hypnosis with a pendulum, you can also anchor this state. And if you anchor the state, next time you do the induction, and next time you're going to work with that person, you don't even need to do the hypnosis, you don't even need to do the pendulum or any other induction. You can just do the anchoring. And if you watch the next video, in the next video I'm going to talk about anchoring, what it is, how to use it, how to apply it for yourself or when you're working with others. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, click on the comment. If you have any questions, if you have a video, if you have a technique or a method that you like to learn or that you like to know more about, make sure to write in the comments, and I will plan that for as the next video in the weeks to come. So I'm looking forward to your requests, to your comments, to your questions, and again, see you next time. Make sure you watch the next video where I talk about anchoring and how to use the anchoring for yourself. See you soon.